People used to really like my more personal videos, and this is going to be one of those. So if that's not the kind of thing you're interested in, go on about your day. But if you're interested, have a seat and let's talk for a little while. Earlier today, I was speaking with a friend of mine, sort of a business associate, sort of friend. The friend's not important, the topic's not important, but we came to a disagreement, and in that disagreement, I was a complete prick. And that's something I think a lot of people hear about YouTube don't know about me, because I try to put on this air of being super nice and super kind, and I try to put that on in real life too. When I deal with other people, I try to make them feel as comfortable and as welcome as humanly possible, because especially the more different and more unusual a person is, the more the more I try to cater to their needs and cater to being nice to them, if that makes any sense. And I think I do a fairly good job of it. I would imagine, if you ask most people I know, that I'm reasonably well liked, and I do a reasonable number of good things for a good number of people. But the skill set that I've learned is completely fabricated. I mean, I built it out of a box. Um, because many of you know, I came from an abusive home, and the skill set that I was originally given was poison. I learned not how to negotiate but manipulate. I learned how, not to be kind but to be cruel. I learned not to forgive but to judge. And those are the skills that I brought into my daily life, and they ruled me for the most part. And when I moved to Arkansas for the first time and I had a chance to re-evaluate my life, I had a chance to relearn my skill set. And I just, as crazy as it is, I tried to become the person that I would see on television, the really nice people that everybody liked. I tried to be um, Kurt Vonnegut, for example, or Douglas Adams. These authors taught me how to be a good person and how to do good things and why to do them too. Kurt Vonnegut taught me why to be kind to other people. And I employed those things in my daily life, even though I knew that the original skill set that I had was garbage. So every day I try to be nicer. And I'd mess up often, very often. And I drove off very many people. The number of people that I know that I haven't talked to in 2 decades, it's more than the number of people I know today. And there have been times where many people have just had to separate themselves from me because I could be toxic. But in the past 10 years or so, I've done what I like to think is quite an exceptional job of being a good person. I say that at one point I created that personality out of a lab, but as I practice that morality and I practice that kindness and I practice that niceness, it's who I've become. In a handful of situations, fairly rare, I will get into a confrontation, and I don't know how to deal with confrontation yet, because I've never learned a positive, healthy skill set for confrontation. So if I have a disagreement with somebody, most of the time I've learned like the basic stuff, like, hey, what do you want to eat for dinner? And oh, you want to eat at McDonald's? I don't like McDonald's. Can we go here? No, that's cool, McDonald's. Okay, that I can do. But when it comes to some seriously deep, important stuff, my skill set still relies on manipulation and anger and frustration, and I think we all rely on that. I think that maybe that's why I haven't learned a good skill set for that particular challenge, because there isn't really a good skill set. I think everybody has to get a little angry to stand up for themselves. I think everybody has to get a little manipulative to try to get what they want. I think everybody does that when you have a confrontation. And it's so terrifying to me. And I feel like when that happens, I feel like the same little, 12-year-old boy getting the hell beat out of him. Every time, every time. And today was one of those days. Today I had a conversation with a friend, and I said manipulative, hate-filled, angry things, and hopefully it didn't cost me my friendship with that person. But it may very well have, and there'd be no reason not to. Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst thing I've ever said to somebody, and this is a 1 for sure. I mean, I screwed up, but I didn't screw up that bad. But used to, and this is the whole point of this video, so if you made it to here, congratulations. Here's the piece of wisdom I wanted to impart for myself today, and hopefully impart for you as well. Whenever we're dieting and we have a bad food day, some people will say, I'm just throwing my hands up. I'll eat whatever the hell I want. from here on out. Sometimes when I screw up and I rely on those old mechanics and those old tools to have a conversation or to interact with people or to deal with something in my life, I think to myself, oh, I'm such a bad person, I'm such a monster. I should stop caring, I should stop being nice, I'll just lay in bed all day, play Mass Effect 2 all day. Or any time something bad happens in our lives, we lose a job, we end a relationship, we get into a small car wreck, any of these things, it's so tempting to give up. It's so tempting to wash our hands. But these, at the end of the day, are the challenges that are set before us. And we have big challenges coming too. We have the death of a loved one in our future. We have the death of ourselves in the future. We have illness. We have you may be broke on the street one day. You may be fired from your job. You may be supporting a family of three and not be able to do it. You have real challenges ahead of you, and if you can't deal with the small stuff, you'll never deal with the big stuff. And it's this little stuff that allows you to perfect yourself, to try to be better, to become better, to be stronger, to learn every little skill and every little technique that you can to be the best person that you can, to achieve as much as you can in this life. And yesterday I was listening to a video from Today with Patrick J, and he said, and I quote, "If I can lay on my deathbed and draw my last breath knowing that I'm dying, having done my best, tried every single day to achieve what I wanted to achieve, then I can die happy." This is roughly what he said. I'm sorry, it's not an exact quote, Patrick, if you listen, but it's true, man. Like right now, today, you need to figure out the person you want to be. And you need to start being that person. You need to start becoming that person. You need to draw put it up on a board, get a whiteboard, put it in your living room, and picture the person you want to be and the things that you want to have in your life, the things that you want to achieve. And then figure out the steps that you need to take between then and there to become that person. And take those steps every single day. Don't let a single day go by that you're not putting work into yourself, putting work into those goals, putting work into your life. So today I had a setback. Today I screwed up. Today it's fine. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a YouTube video talking about it. I'm going to talk about my personal philosophy. I'm going to talk about the way that I choose to do things. And then later today I'm going to continue to be the best guy that I can be and be as nice to the people around me as I can be. And I'll probably end up buying a small gift for my friend as a way to apologize, because that's what nice people do. And then I'm going to continue to diet all day, no matter how stressed it's making me. And I'm going to continue to just work on myself, continue to work on my future, and continue to work on my life. And screw anyone, including myself, that wants me to do different.